Hello there, everyone. My name is Eric Padden, and first of all, I'd like to just thank you for taking some of your valuable time to take a look at this video. I've been an employee with WorldMark the club since basically 1995. That's when I first became an employee, and then shortly thereafter I became an owner myself. I'm sure you can't see it from there, but this is my actual owner's card. I'm a real believer in the program, and I wanted to put this video together for people that might be looking into ownership and different vacation ownership or maybe improved version of timeshares. We nowadays would like to call these things vacation ownership because timeshare kind of developed a bad name in the past. And truly nowadays, with the flexibility of the various points programs that are out there, it really is a lot different than that old-fashioned, here's your week, use it, lose it, trade it type of, timeshares that were marketed in the past. Now, WorldMark the club has actually been around since 1989. They began up in the Northwest, where they kind of pioneered this credit-based system where it allows people to, instead of having a week each year, you simply get X amount of vacation credits. And what we try and do is find that happy medium for each owner, somewhere between how much time do you think you really need in an average year, and what's comfortable in your budget, obviously. The majority of our owners will fine-tune their portfolios by adding more credits to their ownerships over the years as their situation permits it. So bottom line, the vacation credits are issued into your account each and every year on your anniversary date, and you only pay for them one time. Even for those owners that choose to finance, they might set up a 5 or maybe a 10-year mini mortgage. There's no prepayment penalties of any kind, and at some point those credits are then paid off. Each and every year those credits are reissued into their account, and their only question is, where do I go with my vacation credits this year? Now, we've come a long way since beginning in 1989 up in the Northwest with just, a couple condominiums. And what's happened is we've continued to add new inventory to the club over the years, and we've always done it in a 100% debt-free fashion. And this gives our owners unmatched security, with WorldMark the club being a mutual benefit nonprofit that is separate from the developer. It always protects the owners. Now, in the old days, the developer was Trend West Resorts, and nowadays it's Wyndham. You might be aware that Wyndham is the largest vacation ownership company in the world nowadays. They're also the largest hotel franchisor. They're the largest exchange and rental company. And so there's a lot of things that Wyndham does. And this is kind of exciting because as the new developer for WorldMark the club, Wyndham now allows you to use your travel share qualified credits for all these other types of products and services beyond just the accommodations that the WorldMark program was built upon. And when you hear us say travel share qualified credits, all that really means is that you bought the credits from us, from the developer, versus buying credits, say, on the resale market in some way. Any credits that were ever purchased on the resale market, regardless of what the resale companies might tell you, cannot be travel share qualified at any price. And so these extra benefits, using credits for things like airfares or car rentals or cruises or houseboats or RVs or catamarans or cruising your Harley Davidson around Hawaii, which I've done myself, it's a lot of fun. This is what we call travel share qualified credits. First of all, though, let me just go over the basic overview of the program itself. And if you have any questions on any of this stuff, you can always give me a call. My name, once again, is Eric Padden, and you can reach me at 858-705-2487. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have on anything about how the product works, what its costs are, how it compares to other products that are out there, what have you. The differences between buying from us, where your credits can do anything under the Wyndham umbrella, versus buying a resale product, which would revert back basically to an accommodations only kind of a Trend West version of the WorldMark product. They're both great products, but one just could do a lot more than the other. So bottom line, let's say you're getting your credits reissued into your account each and every year. There are different ways to use them. You can choose to use them in your own system. Now, WorldMark the Club is a multiple resort system, and I'm sure you can't see it from here, but you'll get the idea. We have properties throughout Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji, throughout the Hawaiian Islands. Many properties you can drive to, whether you're living on the West Coast, over on the East Coast. There's many properties internally. There's now about 162 locations you can go inside of Wyndham, where there be no exchange fees to pay. Everything is based on the size and the season of your accommodations. So as your credits are issued into your account each year, obviously a 2-bedroom condominium is going to cost more credits than a 1-bedroom would. You'll find that a 3-bedroom is more than a studio, obviously. The high season will cost you more credits to stay there than it will for, say, the mid or the low season. And since all you get is X amount of credits every year, it's up to you to decide, what size, what season, how long do I stay? Our owners are not locked into weeks. You can use these credits for a night or 2 or 3, or for a week or 2 if you'd like. Now remember that if you don't use all your credits this year, what would you like to happen to them? Exactly. Let them roll over, right? And since owners make the rules here at WorldMark, that's exactly what happens. You're going to be allowed 2 years accumulation right here inside your own club, and if you still haven't used them, we'll always email you within 90 days of ever losing credits and remind you that you can then roll them into one of our exchange partners, and that'll get you up to 2 more years, whether it be in the RCI system, which is also owned by Wyndham, and so we have some great benefits here where there's no annual fees for our owners to pay, like most timeshare owners. We also have access to both the RCI weeks, where there's over 6,000 locations, and the RCI points, where you can use your credits for nights and weekends, once again changing size, changing season, and changing length of stay. So Wyndham owners have a huge advantage when it comes to exchanging, both for flexibility and no annual fees in RCI. Now, a lot of people don't know that WorldMark owners also have access to Interval International, one of the big competitors of RCI. And I like to share this with people because in here, you're going to have Marriotts and Westins and some of the different timeshares that you don't have in here. RCI is known for Wyndham, for Hilton, for Disney, as far as big brands go. But sometimes the Sheratons or the Westins or the Four Seasons or the Marriotts or other timeshares in Interval are also nice. And you can also access II as a WorldMark owner as well. So WorldMark is the only product out there where you can access all the major exchange partners on the planet. The big three are RCI Weeks, RCI Points, both within Wyndham, no annual fees. And then II, you have the option of maintaining if you choose to, and they'll give you 2-for-1s. In other words, 2-year subscription for a simple $89. So great deal. It's just not included like it would be with RCI, because RCI is actually owned by Wyndham, and so that one's built right into your travel share. Bottom line, you've got thousands and thousands of properties you can access with these credits in over 100 different countries around the world. With our system, it's very simple to use. You always find out what's available up front. Only when you know what you want is there do you ever pay any credits from your account, or if you're going through the exchange, there might be an exchange fee involved. Unlike in your own system, where you'll just debit the credits from your account, leave and let the maids clean up after you. When doing an exchange, you'll go ahead and pay the credits based on size and season, like we talked about, and then there's a small exchange fee, anywhere from, say, $39 on a mini vacation, never more than, say, $179 for a 7-night, 8-day stay if you're going, say, international, and then I believe is $159 for that 7-night, 8-day stay nowadays. And so there's a range in there. I'll just call it from $39 on the low end for a mini vacation to never more than $179 on the high end for a 7-night, 8-day vacation. Now, you don't pay that exchange fee when you stay in your own 162 properties and growing internally. A lot of people just stay internally and use the credits there, leave and let the maids clean up. Other people will go ahead and use their credits through the exchange. For example, I went to Hawaii and we had a great time. Matter of fact, I don't know if you can actually see any of these pictures in here, but some of these pictures were taken on that Hawaiian vacation, and we had a great time. We actually stayed at the Hilton using our credits, and that was a lot of fun. And everything from the Dolphin Quest right on site, using the different things that are there. Nice thing about those is you'll have the bracelets, and so you'll get to stay in the second home style accommodation, fully equipped with the kitchens and the whole second home. But you'll also have the amenities of the hotel as well. And so some people like that. And WorldMark is by far the most affordable product on the planet to own. Interestingly enough, when you look at companies that give independent surveys of timeshare owner base, like the Market Metrics Hospitality Index, for example, they'll verify that it's usually WorldMark and Disney duking it out for number 1 and 2 in owner satisfaction. Wyndham actually has been beating Disney more recently. Then it drops down, believe it or not, to your Hiltons, Marriotts, Westins, some of the other competitors that we have as far as owner satisfaction. And yet WorldMark can be purchased for a half to a third of what our competitors would charge you, not only upfront cost, but also WorldMark has the lowest maintenance fees in the industry. And this is important to note. One of the drawbacks of collecting a lot of different timeshares is that each one of those timeshares can collect another maintenance fee. And so the average maintenance fee in this industry can be around $1,000 a week. So if you were to collect 5 weeks of timeshare, not only do you have the initial price tags, but with that, you would collect 5 different maintenance fees. Say $1,000 a week, that could be $5,000 just in maintenance fees. Now on the other hand, if you're a 20,000 credit owner with WorldMark, we'll share with you how you can manipulate those credits into as much as 5 weeks of vacation. But with WorldMark, you wouldn't have 5 different maintenance fees just because you used your 20,000 credits for up to 5 weeks that year. You would actually have just the one maintenance fee, which on that level of credits, 20,000, which I present as about a 2 to 5 week a year program, that's a $1,200 a year maintenance fee, which will actually break down for you at $100 a month. It's actually like $97 a month. And that includes your exchange partners within RCI, all the different travel share benefits, and everything. Now, at that level, a 20,000 credit owner is also an elite owner. As we make this video today, that's about a $35,000 one-time total investment for your lifetime, much less than you generally pay for a week at a Marriott, Disney, Hilton, Westin, and yet you can turn that into up to 5 weeks of time, even exchange it into Hilton's, Disney's, Westin's, Marriott's, if that's what you prefer. Our product trades like no other product out there because when we trade, we don't use the trading power of 1 week at one place like normal timeshares do. We're able to use the collective trading power of our entire inventory, literally thousands and thousands of weeks of trading power. So I know this is kind of a fast forward overview here. I'm just trying to give you the basics for those of you that are kind of curious about WorldMark and the product. And if you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call. I can be reached once again, 858-705-2487. And you can also go on worldmarktheclub.com as far as looking at the properties in more detail. They'll describe to you more details about the ownership there. We're a very service-oriented company. We have owner educational seminars on an ongoing basis. Me personally, I give all my owners my personal cell phone number, as I've just given to you. And that is my personal cell phone number, and I'll answer that and help you get the very most out of your ownership. If you ever need help, you can call me up and say, hey Eric, we forgot everything, but here's where we want to go. And you just give me your when and your where, and I'll remind you the very best way to get there. I really pride myself on helping my owners get the very most out of their ownership. WorldMark, I described to you a 20,000 credit level, but in all honesty, a lot of people start smaller than that. 10,000 credits is a very popular starting plan, and you can buy that program currently with a special offer that I would help you get for around $18,000, one-time total investment for your lifetime. And this isn't resale, this is from the developer, so those credits are truly travel share qualified and can do everything that those Wyndham credits can do versus resale credits that would go back to the old trim list version of the product and would be limited to just the original trim list properties. So if you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call. Once again, Eric Padden, 858-705-2487. Also, if you'd like to email me, ericpadden@yahoo, that's E-R-I-C. Padden is P as in Paul, A-double-D as in David, E-N. And ericpadden@yahoo, you can email me, and I'd be happy to follow up with you that way. Or if you'd rather just give me a call, and we can discuss any other questions that you might have regarding the WorldMark the Club ownership. And once again, I'm very familiar with the industry. In my career, I've actually worked with Marriott. I've been a sales manager with Marriott. I've worked with Hilton. I've been sales rep of the year with them. And bottom line, I've never bought their products in all honesty, and I never told anybody that I did. I just said I own vacation ownership, showed them some pictures, photos out from my photo album because this is legit. But WorldMark is the only one I've ever bought because it's by far the best value, not only up front, but on the maintenance fees. Remember I mentioned that a 20,000 credit program, 34 and change, one-time investment, $1,200 a year maintenance fee, which gets you 2 to 5 weeks a year anywhere in the world. By far the best value from a branded vacation ownership company. It's also got a very low maintenance fee. And if you bought just say 10,000 credits, for example, on something like that, you'd be paying I think it's like $52 a month or something. So you're talking less than $700, $600 something dollars a year for you to be able to enjoy an absolutely incredible ownership that's going to create wonderful memories for you and your family. And see, the beauty of it is for most people, it's really money they were going to spend anyway. It's not a new bill as much as it is a new way to spend those vacation dollars, where it's kind of like taking them from your left pocket and putting them back in your right pocket and letting your family benefit as those credits get reissued into your account each and every year. You now vacation on the same money you spent on your last vacation 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It is a perpetual ownership, so people often leave this to their children, to their grandchildren. Think about that. What a wonderful legacy. If you leave them money, gone, they're going to buy some toy. If you leave them a vacation ownership that says, hey, you got 7,000 plus places to go. Where do you want to go this year? It's paid for. Chances are that's going to create some memories. They're going to live a longer, healthier lifestyle because they're going to get that stress relief in their life that we all deserve. So please take a moment if you would and just give me a call, 858-705-2487, and we can discuss your situation and what might be the best program for you. Thank you very much for your time, and make it a great day. And hopefully I'll chat with you about your family's vacations at some point in the future. Take care, and thanks again for taking a look at my video.